And then they can save counter pick for support. So if it's not a threatening lane like a Caitlyn lane here for Guma Keria, then perhaps you end up playing the Lulu and then you have even more shielding to come through. But it will likely be based on what comes through here, because Caitlyn feels like it's probably the best bet to try to get some prio there bottom side. Maybe the Nidalee can play through this a little bit, but it feels so terrible later on. I mean, also, like, she could use the singularity to see in the bushes. I guess that's
true.
Yeah,
there we go.
That's kind of a positive. There's not really much counterplay to that from KT Rolster, but...
Deft, I don't know whether you want to be there, buddy. Well, there's the Singularity going to come on through, and there is the Peacemaker as well. Not looking very peaceful. Spend some time in North America. I feel like North America actually plays a bunch more Ivan than we do here in the LCK, as Deft is just looking to try and stop Owner from being annoying. But he's still going to take a spear for his troubles.
Just a Gromp delay, but now Deft is not able to farm the experience. A bit of prio in mid.
Well, Pyosik going to come on over. Let's see what they can actually get done here. The flash has to be burnt. Faker going to get himself out of there as now T1. Let's see whether they can actually kill Beryl, who's going to flash lane. And
very strong, yeah.
This is something that, oh my goodness, okay. That's another one. As somehow Beryl's going to be able to weave in the hook, but still, is Zeri a huge problem. And yeah, this is probably one of the best lanes that Gumushi Keria have played together, because
there's that power trough as BDD.
Whoa, he's just flashing in, looking for Faker here. Can he find the autos? And there's the last one. Picks it up, doesn't die to the turret. No. It's 18 to 50. It's kind of absurd. Owner going to move in, look for the spear onto BDD. Is Pyosik going to need to shield him? BDD just able to get the kill. Still, it's answered this time, as the jungle is now facing off Pyosik without too much firepower. And Deft continuing to get zoned. So yeah, I mean, BDD did have that kill. There's a hook onto Keria there at the same time, as Beryl just desperately trying to do anything that he can. But he is now the one burning down. Deft trying to get anything done, as that's a last auto, and that is a dead Beryl in the 2v2.
The kill goes over to a Nidalee, who uses gold better than an Ivern would have, as we'll watch this again.
Yeah, he's like, give me the shield, give me the shield.
Yeah, give me the shield, give me the bush. And down he goes. This is the first pick. I don't know if we'll get the second skirmish. Probably not.
나이스.
Yep.
진짜 미쳤다 형. 쉴드 한 번만 더.
You're so good. You're insane, basically. And then this play, the shield this time not quite enough to stop the Nidalee from killing him.
Yeah, BDD is human after all. And here on the bottom side of the map, yeah, Deft and Beryl continuing to have just a terrible time.
Yeah, and I mean, okay.
Speaking of terrible times, to the skies is Faker. Yeah, hands off keyboard here.
The farms around the world, but
yeah, he does. We need to get to New Zealand. The old memes is okay. Pyosik coming on in as Owner. Does proc the Conqueror here, as now Keria is looking to fight his old friend. Going to miss that one a lot though, as there's the flash out from Keria, realizing that there's a lot of enemies coming. Owner taking a fair bit of damage here at the same time, as Daisy getting amongst it.
On this wave, although the Ivern brush makes this very frustrating, so maybe not quite.
Yeah. Oh god, all of the poke coming in. One more auto would have done it. There's a trap in the brush. Man, the brushes are actually making it more frustrating for KT. And the extendo beam not really going to help out there, as okay, Root Caller does come on through. Ryushi is going to get the heal though from the Primal Surge. And they try to do their best.
I think when KT can stabilize, right? I mean,
we just saw the replay.
Yeah.
So he's on a killing spree right now, as there's the flash hook, gets the flash out of Gumayushi.
You can see T1 just aren't confident to fight this right now. They don't have any vision.
Ooh, okay, Light Binding does come on in. Peacemaker down as well, as he's just dead.
Minions.
Yeah, and it's more plates. That's two of them going down. Beryl has respawned as Daisy comes out, going to get the knock up onto the Lux. Now Gumayushi needs to be a little bit careful. Pyosik getting down lower and lower. Daisy going to be destroyed. KT still searching for more. Hook is going to be avoided. Good sidestep. And now it's an honest 3v3.
Really be the carry, because he needs to go into point-blank range to actually win some of these mid-game team fights, and those bindings are going to be super frustrating to deal with. If Herald doesn't get hit by this, then they win the objective and lose nothing, but it's just a really good snipe there from Keria. Picks up a lot of...
Onto the Zeri and Owner. Now looking for BDD. I don't know about that one, as BDD is very scary. That Shock Blast, my god, the damage. That is a 3 kills Jace. You cannot be here, as okay, there is the flash away from the Light Binding.
And we're starting part 2, this time on the Herald, but this time T1 a lot more control than they had the last.
Yep, Ace and Hole going to come on through, as there is the depth charge onto the Nidalee. He's burning, but so's Beryl, and there's Faker picking up his first kill. T1 now with a big advantage, but not necessarily in the health bars. Still, the Rift Herald should be secured here.
As well.
Yeah, Shirelli is coming in relatively soon as there's some redemption damage, and the flash forward from Beryl. Gumayushi, he does not have his flash available. Root Caller comes down, there's the hook beat. He's like, give me my fourth, and he'll be able to pick that one up. Deft, a little bit sad that he doesn't get the kill. As here in the mid lane, some plants go up, and so does Daisy, and Beryl, he's on the prowl once again. Gumayushi gonna be in trouble here as Perfect is just gonna put him into the death realm. What are you gonna do about it? And the answer is die. And then a whole bunch of stats now go over to this Mordekaiser. Hooks connecting, but the final spark is just going to end them. The all-out comes through from Zeus, and now the flash forward Deft smells blood in the water and wants to get some sort of kill here as Zeus getting himself out. BDD presses W, but I don't know whether they're going to be able to quite find it as finally the kill comes in.
You win these, and it's Riftmaker on the Mordekaiser, so he actually ends up winning these duels quite well. Perfect blast coning his way in, flashes for the ultimate here, puts him in the death realm, and then look at Guma. There's just nothing he can do. Perfect doesn't even have to shield until he gets out of the ultimate, and they can just kind of casually walk back. As Faker shows up super late, but just gets instantly by Barrel, and then this final spark is massive, but without it, this is a huge win for KT. It still is ultimately a big win for them as Deft is starting to kind of sort of be relevant in this game. I don't know if we should watch the whole thing, but anyway, they end up killing Zeus here as well. In the meantime, the mid turret goes down, and that is a big tool gone.
Like you mentioned before, just the Zeal. All right, going to not necessarily find the target as Keria just explodes. Beryl's going to be traded. But now BDD, he's on the prowl. The all-out angle is going to be there for Zeus, and he drags the Jace into the team. Gorgeously played from the man in the top lane, and that is going to give T1 the edge.
4/5 of the health bar of owner is also gone. As watch this. A wraparound.
Beautiful angle.
So clean, because trying to set up an engage or a pick is so challenging.
Oh, Keria going to be able to find a bit of a combo. There's the spear to land as well. Beryl is just dead. Well, there is going to be vision going into this Baron pit. Pioshik does have his flash available. Can he be the hero is the question. The answer is no. Zeus just said, get out of here. The Baron's going to be secured. Daisy's going to be taken down first. Pioshik is destroyed, and T1 just snowball the fight so beautifully. Yes, Perfect is able to kill a Lux, but I think Keria did his job this game. Faker going to be able to lock down that kill. It's now 12-8. The gold lead is skyrocketing.
And it's going to get even worse when T1 this telecom war.
Yep. Hook is going to miss here as T1 are just going to bear down on this inhibitor. Zeus says thanks for the gap closed as Perfect's going to pull him in. That is Beryl dead for the 7th time this game. And KT just looking like there is absolutely nothing that they can do. We praised them for the draft, but things went so wrong in the early game. There was no way for them to utilize it in any way, shape, or form. Nexus turret's going down. T1 going to get some revenge against KT. They're going to move to 4th place in the LCK, and they're going to send KT to 7th with a victory here. Deft is trying to kite his way out of this one, but he's not going to be able to. He wanted to kite his way out of the early game. This is the way that he gets out of it, and it's via defeat at the hands of T1.
Depth back into the lane position. Such a good series though, Atlas.
Yeah, and Telecom Wars, they just have a habit of delivering, right? That's just how it kind of goes. The last one, a little bit of a weird one, but this one was back and forth. Kind of thought that maybe it'd just be that 2-0 for T1 after what we saw in the first game. Thankfully, KT were able to give us the full 3-gamer, but this one honestly didn't really feel like KT were as in it as T1 were. They were the one playing the game, and KT were the one trying to figure out how they can also have a chance to play the game, and didn't quite discover that.
Yeah, in games 1 and 3, you know, Perfect wasn't allowed to play game 1, and Def was not allowed to play game 3.
Yeah.
T1's pressure point lanes always have to be respected.